Alright guys, welcome back to Jasmine Father Garage. You can see we got all the Subaru engine parts right here, all in pieces. This video, we're gonna measure up the clearance of this crank. Let's go. Alright, finally we got our new crank right here. All the way from the Subaru dealer. I'm pretty happy about this. Finally it's here, came in. Here's the one half of the block. The other half is right there. Old crank right there. When we got a brand new bearings, this is all standard size bearing. This one right here, we're gonna be installing it on the block, and we're gonna use the plastic gauge. We're gonna measure it up, see what kind of oil clearance that we have. So first, we're gonna have to take out this old bearing right here. It's still on the block. Crash sleeve is right here. This is the truss bearing right here. This one is a little stuck. There you go. You can see that. Here's the other one. Wow. Here's the last one. Alright, here we go. Get a good clean. You can see I cleaned the deck on here already. Same thing with this side. Razor blade, Scotch-Brite, and a lot of brake cleans to soften off the silicone so we could scrape it off. So I'm just gonna give this thing a good clean here. And then we'll put the brand new bearing in there. Alright, let's go. We're gonna start installing this. See this tab right here that sticks out and goes into that hole right there. Okay, it's gonna line it up and then we'll press it down after. And then the last one is the truss bearing, this fat one right here. Line up the tang, that little tabs, and then push it in. There you go. So we're gonna do the other side as well, and then make sure when you do this, when you put the crank in here, you don't want to spin the crank. Okay, you're just gonna have to let it sit, put the plastic gauge, cover this up with the other half, torque it down to spec. You'll crush that plastic gauge, and then we'll open it up and we'll take a look and measure it. So let's do this one quick. Alright guys, everything is all pressed in. Just grab a rubber hammer, just double check, make sure it's all pressed right in, and then it's flush with the block. Give it a little bit of a tap. Alright, it looks good. Alright, so it looks like it's time to put the crank. This is just gonna go in dry, okay? You don't want to put oil on this first because we're just gonna measure the clearance of this crank. So we're just gonna put it in here, drop it in. So all lined up, double check, nothing is hitting. Alright, let's put the plastic gauge in here, and then after that, let's put the other half of the block. Alright, so here's my cheat sheet right here. Here's the the spec on the millimeter, or you can go by inches. So we're gonna be using this two right here, this two fat ones. Okay, so make sure we're like under 0.038. We are good. It's dry right here. Okay, this is the plastic gauge we're gonna put it. Make sure it's dry. All right guys, I got everything in here. They are going up straight. Second, third, fourth right there, and then the fifth one is right there. Okay, they all lined up like this, so it looks good. Right, let's put the other half back on top. Just be careful, you want to drop it on the other side here. It looks good, guys. It looks nice and even. All right. Nice and flush. All right, let's put the case bolts in here and then flip it, and then same thing on the other side. All right, on this side right here, this is the driver's side. Two long ones. That's all for now. Drop it in there, and then we're just gonna snug it up. And then there's a little tiny one with a regular washer that goes to here. I forgot to put that one in. All right, that's all for now on this side. Now on the other side, there's probably like tons of bolts that we're gonna install. We're gonna flip it over. All right guys, so this is the passenger side now. The passenger side is gonna get lots of bolts. You can see there's 4 right here in the middle, and then 2 in the back. So make sure you put the right one, okay? The 2 in the back they're all the same size here, same length, but you see how the washer, the 4 right here are the same, 2 is different. This 2 is just like a regular washer in there. And then this other 4, it's like a seal, rubber seal and a washer. So those 4 right here is go in the middle, because coolant go in here, and you don't want coolant mixed with oil. So make sure you get that rubber washer in there. And then this is the regular washer one. It goes outside. And then we're gonna bottom it out and torque it to spec. Alright, so the torque spec on this bolt right here, bolts to the block, put them together. This one's gonna be 13 foot-pounds, and after 13 foot-pounds, so we're gonna torque them to spec in pattern. So A, B, C, D, E, F. Alright, so there's 6 bolts on this side, and then 4 on the other side. 13 foot-pounds, and then 90-degree angle after. Alright guys, so here we go. Here's my angle torque, dial torque right here. Alright, set it up. We're just gonna go for the A, B, C, D, E, F is next. So it's gonna set it up here. Zero it out. The 90 is right here. So just keep an eye on this gauge right there, that needle. I use one of these on my Audi A4 engine. Alright, here we go. There you go. 90. I don't know if you can see that. Right there guys, 90. Let's go to the next one. We'll zero it out. And then that needle's gonna go this side. Keep an eye on it. There we go. Okay, So that's B. We're gonna keep going. Alright guys, so this side is done. The right side, torque to spec, 13 foot-pounds, and then 90-degree angle. 6 bolts of them in here. Alright, let's flip it on the other side. Alright, all the bolts are gone. Let's pry this thing open. Just rock it left and right. Then same thing on this side right here. This is supposed to be up and this is the bottom. I got the plastic gauge on the bottom of this crank. Just gonna take the crank out and we're gonna have a measurement on that plastic gauge. Just like that. There you go. Right there. There's a so our spec on this, as you can see it there, 0.010 up to 0.030 millimeter. So let's get our gauge here. You can use this reference right there. There's a plastic right there, or you can go use the crank. All right, here we go. Hopefully you can see this. Almost 0.038. Our measure on that one. This one 0.038. It's a little shy, probably like 35 or something. Yeah, 38, 35. Not quite a 25. It's probably like 35 or 30 around there. Let's try this one. Yeah, this one is hard to see because there's a bend. Yeah, a little shy than 0.038 for sure. Like honestly, it could be 35. All right, so we're kind of a little over because you can see our spec right there is max is 0.030. After that, we're just gonna put everything back together, and that will be the next video. So that's it. I'm gonna sign out. Thanks guys for watching. Thumbs up the video if you like this. Stay tuned for the next video. So here we go. See you guys again on our next one.